What if I told you the world's most reliable car brand might also be the one falling behind the fastest? For decades, Toyota dominated the industry with bulletproof reliability and smart engineering, but today, while other brands are pushing boundaries with EVs, tech, and bold design, Toyota seems to be playing it safe. No risks, no big leaps, just the same formula over and over again. So, the real question is Toyota still leading the game, or quietly losing its edge while no one notices? Stick around, because the answer might surprise you. Toyota, in just another car brand, it's been the gold standard for reliability for decades. From the wildly popular Corolla to the ever-dependable Camry, Toyota built its reputation on cars that simply don't break. For millions of drivers, especially in the US, buying a Toyota has always been the safe and smart choice. But here's where things start to get interesting. While the rest of the auto industry is racing ahead with bold electric vehicles, futuristic interiors, and cutting-edge tech, Toyota seems to be moving at a very different pace. Instead of going all in on EVs like Tesla or reinventing design like Hyundai and Kia, Toyota has doubled down on hybrids and incremental updates. Safe? Yes. Smart? Maybe, but exciting. That's where the debate begins. And that's exactly why this conversation matters right now, because in a market that's changing faster than ever, playing it safe might actually be the biggest risk of all. Is Toyota sticking to what made it successful, or missing the next big shift in the industry? In this video, we're going to break it all down from design and technology to performance and long-term value to see whether Toyota is still leading the game, or quietly falling behind. So let's get into what really matters, what Toyota is actually putting on the road today, and how it stacks up against a rapidly evolving market. First, let's talk design. Modern Toyota models like the Camry and Corolla have definitely become sharper and more aggressive compared to their older versions. The lines are cleaner, the grilles are bolder, and there's an effort to look sporty rather than just practical. But when you park them next to something from Hyundai or Kia, you start to notice the difference. Competitors are experimenting futuristic lighting, unique silhouettes, interiors that actually feel next-gen. Toyota, on the other hand, still plays within a very safe design language. Step inside, and the story continues. Toyota interiors are solid. Everything is well built, practical, and easy to use. You get comfortable seating, decent infotainment systems, and a layout that doesn't confuse you. But again, decent is the keyword here. Compare that to something like a Tesla from Tesla, where the entire cabin feels like a tech product, or even newer Korean rivals with massive curved displays and ambient lighting. It starts to feel like Toyota is a step behind in innovation. Now performance. This is where Toyota still holds its ground. Their hybrid technology is arguably one of the best in the world. Smooth acceleration, incredible fuel efficiency, and proven reliability. Cars like the Prius have basically defined what hybrids should be. While others rushed into full EVs, Toyota focused on refining what already works. And to be fair, it works really well. But here's the catch. While brands are going all in on electric with longer ranges, faster charging, and dedicated EV platforms, Toyota has been slower to commit. Their fully electric lineup is still limited, and that raises a big question. Are they being smart and cautious, or are they late to the party? Then comes technology and features. Toyota offers all the essentials: adaptive cruise control, lane assist, safety systems, but rarely leads the segment. You won't usually find groundbreaking features debuting in a Toyota first. Instead, they refine existing tech rather than redefine it, and that brings us to pricing. Toyota still positions itself as a value-for-money brand. You're paying for reliability, resale value, and peace of mind. But as competitors pack more tech, more performance, and bolder design into similar price ranges, that value equation starts to shift. So now we're at a turning point. Toyota is still strong, no doubt about that. But in a world moving faster than ever, Is being consistent enough to stay on top? Or is it exactly what's holding them back? Because what comes next might completely change how you see this brand. Now here's where everything comes together and where things get a little unexpected. Out on the road, Toyota still feels exactly like you'd expect: smooth, quiet, and incredibly easy to live with. The steering is predictable, the ride is comfortable, and nothing feels out of place. In a daily driving scenario, traffic, long commutes, city cruising, it's almost perfect. No drama, no stress, just pure consistency. But then you push a little harder, take it onto the highway, try quick overtakes, or compare it back to back with something newer from competitors, and suddenly, that safe feeling starts to feel a bit limiting. The acceleration, it as exciting, the handling, it as sharp, and the overall experience doesn't quite spark the same emotion. It does everything right, but nothing that truly stands out. And that's the turning point. Because when you step into a rival car, something more modern, more tech-focused, or fully electric, you immediately notice the shift. Faster responses, more engaging driving dynamics, interiors that feel like the future rather than the present. It's not that Toyota is bad, it's that everyone else is starting to feel ahead. That's the real surprise. Toyota hasn't fallen apart. It hasn't failed. In fact, it might still be the smartest choice for a lot of people. But in a world where cars are becoming more than just transportation, where they're about experience, innovation, and excitement, Toyo suddenly feels like it's playing a different game altogether. And that leaves us with one big question. Is being reliable still enough to win in today's market, or is Toyota slowly losing the race without even realizing it? So after looking at everything: design, performance, technology, and real-world driving, the conclusion around Toyota becomes clearer, but also more interesting than a simple good or bad label. Toyota is still one of the most dependable car brands you can buy today. That core strength hasn't changed. You're getting strong reliability, excellent fuel economy, especially in hybrid models, and resale value that consistently beats most competitors. For buyers who prioritize long-term ownership, low maintenance costs, and stress-free driving, Toyota still makes a lot of sense. But there's another side of this story. In today's US market, the competition has changed dramatically. Brands like Tesla are pushing fully electric innovation forward at full speed, while companies like Hyundai and Kia are delivering bold designs, advanced tech, and aggressive value packages that feel more exciting and forward-thinking. Compared to that, Toyota feels less like a leader in innovation and more like a master of refinement. And that's the key difference. So who is Toyota really for? It's for the practical buyer, the commuter, the family driver who wants something predictable, efficient, and proven. If you want excitement, cutting-edge tech, or futuristic design, Toyota may not be your first choice anymore. But if you want something that simply works year after year without drama, Toyota still dominates that space. The impact here is subtle but important. Toyota isn't disappearing or failing. Instead, it's being challenged in a market that is evolving faster than ever before. And the big question is whether its safe and steady strategy will continue to work as the industry shifts toward electrification and innovation at scale, because in the end, reliability built Toyota's legacy, but innovation may decide its future. So what do you think? Is Toyota wisely sticking to what works? Or is it slowly falling behind in a game it once controlled completely? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next deep dive.